Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing with a Rakdos Steal and Sacrifice deck. We're going to be letting people put out some fairly decent stuff, taking it for ourselves and punching them in the face with their own guys. And then at the end, destroying them so that they have nothing. Nothing. If that sounds good to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, last year's winner of the People's Choice Award for Freestyle Rap Artist of 2023, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today once again from my secret underground headquarters. Yes, I'm back. And I am bringing to you a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, hosted by TayMalice, called Rakdos Steal and Sack. Now, the only problem was that he had a version that came out a couple days ago. I played it. It didn't work out well. So then I saw that he'd made some changes to it, so I played it again today, and it was better, but still didn't work out very well. I just couldn't get it to win. It felt like it tried to, but everybody just kept beating it down. It tried and tried and tried, but it never had a win. So I realized it needed some hasty creatures in it, more hasty creatures. So I took out some cards, put in some others. I got it to where, for me, it's winning 100%. 100%. All right, so what I'm showing here today is my deck. I'm going to put in the description both a link to TayMalice's deck as well as a link to the version that I'm showing here today. What do we got? What we're going to do is we're going to go through the cards in the deck. We're going to talk a little bit about how the deck should work, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? We got, let's just talk about this in general. What we got going on? We need to have the reason for sacrificing our creatures. That's like the big thing here. And what do we got? We've got Braids. Braids just says, at the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, or enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, your opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type. For each opponent that doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw cards. So either they're blowing up something or they're losing 2 life and I draw a card. So Braids is the beating engine that keeps this deck going, right? If you don't have Braids going out, you got Tarian's Journal. Sacrifice another artifact or creature, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery. So you can sacrifice something with that, or you can sacrifice something with that. If you have neither of these, your last play scenario is Annihilating Glare, which says, as an additional cost, sacrifice an artifact or a creature to destroy target creature artifact. This is the worst case scenario, but you got it in there, okay? So this one will draw you a card, cause them 2 life, or blow up one of their things. This one will draw you a card, and this one will blow up one of their things as well as you can sacrifice something. Why do you want to sacrifice something so bad? Because we're playing with Furnace Reins and we're playing with Twisted Fealty. Now, Furnace Reins, you gain control of target creature, untap it, and it has haste until the end of the turn. And then whenever it deals combat damage to a player battle, you create a treasure token. In this case, gain control of target creature, untap it, gains haste, create a wicked roll attached up to 1 target creature, which you hopefully have another creature to put that wicked roll onto. So at that point, you're going to have one of your opponent's creatures, and then you want to attack with it, do some damage, kill something, whatever you can do, at which point you want to sacrifice whatever you just grabbed to be able to do the other effects that are going on. So hopefully you'll have grabbed one of their dudes, used it to kill one of them or do a bunch of damage, and then you kill it, leaving them with nothing. That's what we got going on. That's what so much of this deck is all about. What else do we got going on? We've got Urabrask Forge, which puts out a guy every single turn. At the end of the turn, you have to sacrifice it, meaning that if I got to sacrifice something that's not an opponent's creature, it's going to be a Forgeling from Urabrask Forge, because their lives are short. They're like mayflies. Squee is a hasty creature. Comes out, throws out a little goblin baby, which means if I need to sacrifice a creature, I got a fresh goblin baby They got nothing better to do than to blow up for the cause. Other than that, then it just keeps growing, right? As long as Squee's alive, we'll put out another Goblin baby. Bloodtithe Harvester comes out and puts out a blood token. What is that? An artifact that we can sacrifice. Voldaren Epicure comes out, does a point of damage, and puts out a blood token, something we can sacrifice. Tenacious Underdog comes out. Now, this dude is awesome. He just comes out as a 3-2, and that's it. Just stands there. But if he gets killed, you can pay 4 and 2 life to put him out with Blitz, meaning he can attack, he's got haste. And he'll sacrifice himself at the end of turn, meaning you can sacrifice him using something else, and he'll be ready to be used again. And you'll draw a card. So, yeah, he gets into it. He's probably the worst case scenario of the self-sacrificers. The other guy I put in is Monastery Swiftspear, just because with all of the other, sorcery kind of things we got going on, I figured that she would pump up fairly well as the fact that she's hasty and we got early damage going on. Probably, I put her in because she was a good early game play, and I figured we'd do a bunch. She isn't as triggered as much as I would hope. Maybe something better can be done, but this deck worked 100%, and it's hard to mess around with a 100% deck. If you need more hasty guys, Crucible Defiance will put out a couple of things. Other than that, I did get rid of the Pain Lands because I got to tell you, in TayMalice's original deck, I was slit in my throat with those Pain Lands, and there really wasn't much of a reason for it. I didn't need to do a whole lot early on, but that wasn't okay with what I already had. All right, so that's it. That's the deck. What are we going to do with it? We are going to get our guys out, try to do as much early damage as possible, keep it up, but then put out a bunch of loose, weak crap that we don't care about, so that when we can start the sacrifices happen. Grab our opponent's dudes, kill them after we're done using them, and just keep up the attacks. This is not a late game deck, so by mid game we should be just overwhelming them with damage and power. All right, so that's it. That's what we're going to do. But before we go and do our damage, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, I'm sorry, sir, who lives within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. Our playing against Ogre. It's the Ogre. 1, 2, 3. I like 3. Not enough black though, but we need dual black for Braids. I could probably pop her out. Just means I can have to put her out first is the problem before I put out Urbra's Forge. Oh, never mind. We're good to go. I'll put out the black. Probably Braids is the better choice. Or we could just get Braids. We can just get Urbra's Scout. I just like getting Urbra's Scout as early as possible. That's really my deal here. Alright, all in. Go ahead and block. Your little rat on the left there wants to die. Alright, so we're playing against a full-on rat deck here. I gotta get Braids out if I want to start sacrificing them, so Braids has to come out next. Well, luckily we got another Braids. Excuse me for trying to build something here, people. Alright, let's braid up. Come on, we can do it. Right here. Suck it, suckerfish. Take 2 or get rid of one of your stupid rats. And on the next turn, I'm going to grab myself a Voracious Vermin. And then I will eat it! Oh, sweet googly moogly. Alright, well, unfortunately, now they're forcing me to do math. Alright, Annihilating Glare will do what I need to do. Let's pop this one out. Let's go ahead and grab our big boy right here. And spin 0 because nobody's going to get it. I need 1 left over, so we got to go in what we got. Sacrifice a creature. Which one am I sacrificing? Guy on the left. Oh, the humanity! You want to, I'll allow you to put out 1 more guy. Other than, I know I can't do anything about the forgeling there. But put out another dude. 1 more. That's it. Let's do it this way. Let's see, do I have tons of mana? I do. I got tons of mana. Wicked roll. Oh, it's an overwhelming catastrophe. -9. Victory. Alright, playing against SaruMarc. SaruMarc. Who do you serve? SaruMarc. Alright, nothing till 3, and I don't have 3 mana. God, I hope I pull another mana in the next 2 rounds there. Not it. Alright, come on. I'm looking for black. Black mana. Oh, good enough. Yes! Dun, 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 dun. It's a forgeling. Alright, we can do 1 thing per turn. I guess I could have done the end of the turn, but... In we go. Come on. Attack, 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 attack. Alright, SaruMarc is taking his time, unfortunately. Doesn't seem like he has many options, but he's not even flashing his cards. He's not even looking at what he's got there. Here, I'll flash them for him. What is this anyway? I haven't seen this card before. Or this back before. I'm afraid by my hand I shall have to sacrifice my own guy. Alright, looks like, what are you pulling there? Nothing. I mean, I'm looking for like shouldered action is what I'm thinking of. I'd love to grab a shoulder of the Furnace Reins or Twisted Reality. Well, I'm surprised at our lack of mana. I mean, I know we're playing 22. It's a bad situation. Just these two. I'm afraid he's going to do something kooky against our pal Braids if I tap her. And she is the complete center of my gooey caramel wonderment right now. Pop! I got a couple other of our sacrifice cards right there. I need one more mana to make it really work with a Furnace Reins or a Twisted Reality. And I got it right there. But it will be slow. I could just kill Roaming Throne, which might be the best course of action here. This has got Ward 2. Okay, I can't kill it. Haunted Ridge. I think I could just grab it, though. Okay, now I need one more mana before I can do that. Alright, let's just pop this guy out. Okay, I can kill with that. That's no problem. Alright, let's just get rid of that thing. Ward 2. Stay on target. Ward 2. Alright, so I only got one mana. I'm cool with this. We're going to go into... Oh! We're going to rage in. Alright, we got more than 8. Yeah! Winner, winner, victory dinner. We are playing against Mikalot. Alright, 2 stinky mana. Keep. Where are we going with this? You know, I kind of think the Bloodtithe Harvester is a better card than Tenacious Underdog. Let's see, we put this guy out. We need 4 to be able to properly... do we? I could use this to kill it. Alright, that's cool. We just need 3. These guys are going to be tough to make it through. Alright, in for 1. There's only an artifact or creature. I'm cool for the moment. Let's grab a black. We seem to be a little shy on the black. Alright, my turn. Alright, grab control, run it in for 7. And we'll sacrifice a dude. Make him pay for these things. All over again. Alright, he's at 9. I can get in with, I can grab whatever he's got, which would be cool. Tenacious cost me 4 to blitz it. There's a dude. I think this is it. Yeah, whatever. Nope, that's all I can do there, huh? Alright, I'm kind of hosed. I can't blitz in. Let's just put it out. Oh, I won anyway. Alright, there we go. And 8! Boom, boom! Goes the room. Victory! All right, playing against Hmmurdoch. All right, Hmmurdoch, let's go. Something slow. We'll have 2 blacks. That's good. All right, we got to get out this card next. Better Urbrask Forge. No attacks. We can kill Gwynna. Just gotta wait till our next turn. And it'd be even more fun if you put out something big. I can Furnace Reins it and kill both of them. God, the Swiftspear sounds so cool right now. Let's just take things down while we can. All right, I don't care what he jumps in front of at this point. Sacrifice a creature. It would have been even cooler to get rid of something big, but we don't got it anymore. Hopefully we'll pull something else out. This guy wants to drop dinosaurs on me. He's got 5 mana. I'm surprised. He's only got 3 cards. Is that the steal? All right, cool. All right, 1, 2. We got that treasure over there if we need it. 3. I'm gonna attack with the Epicure. I don't care. I'm willing to sacrifice it big time. It means taking out his mana swords there. All right, it's down to 8. All right, my hopes we got him on this next turn here. Discover 5's not good. All right, number 1, we didn't get the ability to take out, to grab somebody. Let's do this again. All right, I got it. You wouldn't let me do it. All right, victory. All right, we're playing against Luke Nassau. Luke and So. 23. Keep. All right, who we got? This guy's slow at the beginning. This is... all right, well, cool. Okay, this is mono blue. This is a counterspell deck. I dislike playing against them big time. All right, number 2 for us is going to be the Bloodtithe Harvester. He's sitting there with counter spells in his hand. He wants to start countering stuff. Okay, we need 4 to pull off these things down here. Monastery Swiftspear. Let's go for a little Squee. All in. You gonna give up your guys for the Squeeze? All right, we'll be able to grab one of them. I need another mana to pull this off effectively, though. Did not get it. We're gonna put this out. And 4/4. He's got to run out of counter spells. Here's our 4th one. Perfect. Grab it. All right, we'll go with what we got. Sacrifice a creature. All right, so we got another Twisted Fealty to help us out. What's that guy? Cost Ward 2? I got it. Mine! All in! Taste your own terror, suckerfish! Oh, that was a delicious victory! Alright, here we are with a 100% victory. Rakdos, Rack, and Steel. Yeah. Oh, man, this was such a good deck. So incredibly fun to play with. You know, one of my favorite things is stealing somebody else's stuff and then using it to kill their other stuff and then sacrificing as part of that. Oh, it's like, you know, it's like billiards, man. It is so incredibly satisfactory. All right, let's talk about this. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player in this card, in this deck here? It was Braids. Braids, the Arisen Nightmare, was the MVP. The reason why is because she was the engine that I didn't have to do anything for. I didn't have to pay for. I just had to get her out, and then she allowed me to sacrifice something at the end of the turn. And what you need to do in this deck is have a no mana, reason for sacrificing thing. Another great card in here, it just didn't do anything, is this Tarian's Journal, just because you can put it out for 2, and you can sacrifice an artifact or creature to draw a card. Braids was way better because you drew a card and your opponent lost 2 life. But still, between the 2 of them, you had 6 things to cause that to happen. But Braids was by far the better one of them. And she only costs 3. One of the things that's great about this deck is that nothing costs more than 3. The only thing that costs more than 3 was the combo of trying to do a Twisted Fealty and Annihilating Glare. That cost you 4. But still, not bad. Not bad at all. All right, let's see. Was this deck competitive? Yeah, 100% win rate. It did really good on the draw. It did really great on the play. It didn't matter. This thing was great across the board. Getting out all of those blood tokens from Voldaren Epicure and the Blood Harvester gave us plenty of things to sacrifice. Lots of things we needed to sacrifice. This was either artifact or creatures. We had lots of artifacts to play with that we didn't care about. So yeah, altogether, I was very happy with that. 100%, this is a competitive deck. Number 2, was this deck fun to play? I think I've already talked about it quite a bit. Yes, absolutely fun. Went straight from the beginning with Monastery Swiftspear being an aggressive attacker. You had the Voldaren Epicure, which essentially has haste because it does 1 point of damage on the turn it comes into play. You just don't have to attack to get it. It was great. Tenacious Underdog and Squee, totally rounded out what you could do. I mean, I guess Squee's a turn 3, but you got Bloodtithe Harvester. It'd be nice to maybe have a little bit more haste in here. But the great thing about Tenacious Underdog and the Bloodtithe Harvester is that, well, Underdog allows you to use him to sacrifice, and then he does card draw. If you can keep him coming out, you need 4 for that. Bloodtithe Harvester allows you to put out those blood tokens. I'm not really too concerned about using him as his attack, but you could if you needed to, or for his sacrifice ability. You could do it, but I like using those things to sacrifice for the other reasons in this deck. Altogether, everything has its utility, and that was a good thing in turn 1, turn 2. All right, was this deck interesting? Yeah, it was. Reason why is I play a lot of Rakdos sacrifice decks. I don't find that they work all that well. I don't know, the balance on them's weird. Something's weird with it. In fact, even this deck I got, there was something weird about it. I couldn't win with it all. I was getting 0%. So I had to make changes to it. I tore out some cards, rearranged things a little bit. I talked about it in the beginning of this video. This is the version that has just worked for me incredibly. It has done an incredible job. We were so close before, but this is what ended up taking it down. All right, so yeah, why is this an interesting deck? Does it have anything in it from the newest sets? I hadn't bothered to check on that yet. Twisted Fealty is from the last one. But nothing in here from Ixalan. Maybe Restless Vents? Is that Ixalan? Yeah, there you go. 1 card, and it's a land, and there's only 2 of it. Oh, it's totally interesting because that. Now this is just interesting because it's a well-balanced steal and sacrifice deck that is aggressive, and it has a high chance of winning. But is it interesting? Yeah, man, steal and sacrifice decks are always good because there's so much synergy between the cards, and you get to decide what cards you're going to be pulling from your opponent to blow up and destroy. There's a lot of thinking involved. It's a good deck. All right, so let's add this up. Was it competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Totes. Therefore, it is an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.